Hello, my name is John Jenkins. I play James K. Bevison, the psycho freak in this little film.
And my name is Sarah Breen, and I play Peter Torino, who is this damsel in distress that you see here. Now, my blinking, Darren instructed me to be quite precise, because as you can see, the credits all change every time I blink. So that took a bit of time to do.
Very clever.
Yeah. Got tiring after a while. But
Looks like you were out the night before that.
yeah, I've had a heavy night the night before. I'm very tired, I'm disoriented, I don't know where I am. And it leaves a good intro for all the people who are involved in the film. And Darren!
Put your name on there enough, mate.
Yeah.
Look at it, it's all over the shop. There
Yeah.
we go.
Being suspended
intro
from the
scene.
ceiling was so painful. My arms and neck and shoulders were killing me.
All right, here we go. This is the main interest. This is the first time that me and Sarah actually ever met. We were purposely kept apart, which was bizarre. Having no contact with the other person that you're doing the film with.
My heart was pounding as soon as that door opened. Like, the fear was real because, you know, I didn't know who was going to open the door.
Yeah, my heart was pounding too, but it was the fact that there was a half-naked girl chained up to the roof. I mean, we had different reasons to band, I suppose.
And I heard that you were going to play a joke on me and come in and whisper into my ear that
This is real.
this is real.
I did. I told Darren, I said, I'm just going to walk up and go, this is actually real.
That would have been so mean.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But then she would have just wet herself before
Really?
anything really started.
Yeah, I actually really would have wet myself.
Really.
But now the tape was actually kind of hard to get it because I kept sweating and, you know, saliva coming out of my mouth as I was screaming and all the rest of it. The tape kept coming off, and it had to be put back in place exactly as it was before, and that was quite difficult because you can see all the creases in it, and that actually had to match.
And your two little fangs down the bottom of your
Yeah,
chin.
yeah, the white fangs. Ooh, there we go.
Fantastic.
There we go.
Have a good sniff there.
Yeah.
He's a sick puppy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not well.
Well, because it was insane actually. Because the very first take of this was just one full run. So at least after we did the one full run, Sarah actually got to come down every once in a while and stretch her arms and peel the tape off. But for the very first time, it was just madness, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just go from
insane.
start to finish, just right the way through, no cut.
Alfred Hitchcock eat your heart out, man. I tell you.
Yeah, it was, the hair was a bit of an issue as well to keep it in exactly the same place because bits kept falling forward.
Yours or mine?
Mine.
All right.
Yeah, and it was, I believe there was someone on set specifically to keep an eye out for my hair, to keep it in place, to make sure that it matched up with all the other shots from here on in.
That's a CG window. There
Yeah.
actually wasn't a window there. That's fantastically put in.
And it's a mixture of all cities, Robbie
is.
told me. San Fran, LA, Melbourne,
Some Canada in there as well, I think. Wasn't
yeah.
There?
And,
It's my gun.
yep.
It's just my gun then. An awesome gun. I love my gloves too. Hey, speaking of which, you know how it said in the intro, right? The blinking of your eyes. And I don't think I blink at all through this thing. I've never seen me blink in it. So whether that's just they cut away at the points where I blink or not, I don't know.
So no crazy man twitch.
No
then.
crazy man twitch. It's not even in a blink.
Jeez.
It's freakish.
Also, I had high heels on. You can barely see them, but they're actually stiletto heels on. And that was excruciating because it was freezing.
I've actually got stilettos on as well. You can't see that either.
I was looking down at yours right there going, bastard! I wish I had them.
I'm going to be shot by a man wearing heels. See, they purposely didn't get him in. But, yeah, that's some mad stuff going on.
Yeah. The costume, the all-white costume, was provided by a friend of mine who works in fashion. Now, I had no idea. That bit where I was just shaking just then, I had absolutely no idea he was going to do all that. That is real, very real. because obviously this wasn't rehearsed at all. There was no rehearsal. This is just the one shot, and I had no idea it was going to shatter my face.
I used to scare the shit out of a cardboard cutout, though. Because we had to rehearse that with a cardboard cutout stand on a pole, which was connected to a Christmas tree stand.
Was she hot?
She was gorgeous. Black Betty, as she was affectionately known. Darren had to take the Christmas tree stand back because he borrowed it from a friend. So this is the...
it's a bit creased, that paper there. It's been through a bit.
Yeah, well, it's my one, I think. Was it my chance? I can't remember. Might have been.
Now, how long did it take you to actually grow that beard?
I think that was about a 6-week job, that one. I'm just not a naturally hairy person. Yeah, it was shocking. Look, it was patchy as hell.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Being sent to prison for a crime you didn't commit.
How was my breath through all this anyway?
No, it was fine. I mean, yeah.
Because that would have been shocking.
No, it was. That's pure adrenaline. The whole thing. That's pure adrenaline. I was shaking. I know I was shaking. For a good 10 minutes afterwards. I had someone come up and bring blankets and put them over me in between takes, and
I was just terrified to forget my lines.
Yeah, yeah, that's
a huge different fear, that one.
But I suppose your theatre background would help that, because learning, paragraphs of text off and off and off and off and off again.
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
but then we usually rehearse it too. So
yeah, true.
This was just a cold come in.
Yeah,
but it was a brilliant experience. It really was.
It was a bit distracting, our location, because we could hear a cafe across the road, a coffee machine, and we could hear woman's high heels walking past the make-believe window, and it was all...
Which would have been great for them, because if they'd heard half of the stuff that was going on... Yeah. I'm surprised there was actually nobody come and knocked on the door to find out what was going on.
Yeah, you roaring your head off at me, and no, that's very true.
Because, you do scream a bit too, so even though it's muffled, taped scream, it still screams.
Yeah, so. Exactly. And, when you're doing that and you can't actually scream out loud, it's quite painful in your throat.
Mm.
It's suppressed screaming. But there's all sorts. Now, there's, the crazy look in the eye right there. Yeah.
This was done. This is like from what we're doing now to when it was actually shot. It was 11 months ago, I think. So it's been a fair whack between stints.
Yeah.
So.
I know I put on a few kgs. You look fine. That's jeez. Yeah. I'm not that slim anymore.
Yes, she is. You just can't see her.
Where was this actual? This was just a graphics design warehouse. This is a storeroom.
Yeah. The storeroom in the back, and the door. The door was fantastic. I suppose that would have been the main contributor. To doing it in that place, because it was this massive, heavy steel door.
Yeah.
That when I come in to open it the first time, I had to have there had to be somebody there behind the door as well to give it a good shove as well, because it was that heavy, and but it made an awesome sound when it opened.
Like, I'm here.
So yeah.
And I like also Darren's idea of the contrast of what's going on inside the warehouse as opposed to the bright and sunny, beautiful day outside. Because the cliche is, as Darren was saying, is to have the wet warehouse with the chains and the dripping water from the ceiling and the shadows and all the rest of it. But
he just wanted to prove that even on nice days, bad things happen.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a good contrast.
So you're out having a picnic and somebody's getting shot in the head. Nice, nice picture. You're a sick, twisted man, Maxwell.
Yeah. But there are the charts and the game is what really helps it keep up with the actual time, because we're actually running on real time here. That clock is as long as the actual film in terms of what you see it being shot as the minutes go by.
Yeah, so it had to be. It was timed really well. We didn't time it to perfection, but we just sort of we had to cheat a little bit, but it was almost within a minute or so. I think, of actually doing it. So it was fairly well done and well filmed.
I got a good waxing job every time that tape was ripped off my mouth. I had dry skin and red patches around my face for days. People, what did you do? Oh, well, you see, I was in this film. They taped me up, and you know.
You got to see my butt cheeks.
Oh god!
It's shocking. What happens in the warehouse stays in the warehouse, people. Don't be telling anybody this.
Now, in some parts, when you were really screaming at me, bits of spit went into my face.
Oh, that would have been
Yeah,
a blast. That would have been.
you know, but
Well, you can't control that sort of stuff.
no, you can't. That was all
In
part of
the
the emotion.
emotion.
You really meant that when you were shouting at me.
Oh yeah, I
and
meant to spit in your eye.
I tried not to flinch, and as the weather was being shown to me, but you know, it was all right. And, yeah, now my makeup there around the eyes, Deb Franklin deliberately made it look like I'd been out all night, because in actual fact the story is that I had been kidnapped from an alleyway I was in a drunken stupor, and James K. Beverson kidnaps me.
No, I didn't. I didn't
and-
kidnap you. I just asked if you want to come home with me,
Oh, okay, that's
and you
nice.
did because you were a hoe.
It's no different from any other Saturday
and now
night.
you're getting your
God.
comeuppance.
That's what you get for being a slut.
Your mother told you never to speak to strangers.
So yeah, my eye makeup is actually deliberately like that, like it's been slept in, you know. So yeah, it's a good effect. The clockmakers, who are they? Mergin? I don't know, but
I want to know is, like, when I grabbed you and put you in the warehouse, did I actually just go home and go to bed and then come back the next morning?
I believe I
Or did I
was
just trip
drugged. Was I not drugged, or was I drunk?
You just-
Too drunk and collapsing?
Yeah,
and
because
I
I
don't know.
didn't drug you because I made sure that you were going to be awake to watch your head get splattered, so to speak.
Yeah.
Couldn't have you sleeping through that, so I suppose you just woke up out of your...
Well, I was definitely inebriated
Drunk
in
and
some way or
stupid.
form, so
You'd have a bit of a headache.
yeah. So I'm hungover as well as you berating me. Thanks.
Yeah, we better get a bigger headache in a minute. So.
So the clock just keeps ticking down as this goes on now.
Yeah. See, now this would be insane. Now, I mean, being in this predicament, not for me, that's madness, just sheer madness there. But for you, just watching it and knowing. But would you know? I mean, what would be going? What do you reckon would be going through your head? Do you think that he'd be just joking?
I'd be
or-
optimistic, and I'd be hoping that the door would break down any minute with a bunch of guys that are going to come and save the day, and you know the SWAT team would be in, and there'd be guys suspended from the ceilings coming down, and
Or I'd just say you've just been punked. Something like that, you know.
funny, real funny, loved it. Now there's a bit coming up here. Where I actually had to get tubes inserted down the back of my skirt and taped to the inside of my leg. And this was to create a specific effect that you're going to see now.
It wasn't an effect.
No, it was an effect. It was apple juice. And
Oh,
oh,
there
there
we
we
are.
go.
There
There's
you
the
go.
apple juice.
Very quickly.
And there goes
there's
my brains.
There goes the head.
And so,
Well, at least your hangover's finished.
and look at this. Ooh,
Oh,
break,
that's
crack the neck.
See that? That's
Yeah.
he's just
Now,
pretty cool, though, isn't he? Really.
now,
See, now it's just all joy. He's just...
the tubes
He's
have
up
been
there.
removed from behind. That took a bit, a while to do, actually, the urination, and the blood took a while to do as well.
Was it cold?
The apple juice was freezing, and it made my toes stick together because it all ran all the way down into my shoes. But the blood, I really like that effect. It's just
That's good, isn't it?
yeah, it's just ruining the innocence of the skirt.
That constant thing there. Well, so, yeah, thank you very much for watching.
Thanks.
Hi there, can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like a large supreme pizza, please. No olives.
Coming right up. Busy day?
Yeah. No, nothing out of the ordinary.
Well, it certainly is a nice day for going out, that's for sure.
It is indeed. It's a beautiful day.